So, good evening, welcome back to another video. It's a recorded one, and tonight I'm going to give you 10 players who I get rid of at Newcastle United. So if you do like the video, could you please leave comment sections down below. Also, do smash the likes up and subscribe if you are new. Now, the first player I'll get rid of is Gillespie. We've got 4 goalkeepers in the 25. We don't need that many whatsoever. Not good enough. And he's only played a couple of games for us, but he's okay. But he's not at a level that is required. So when new owners comes in, then Gillespie is not going to be around. So I get rid of him straight away. And he should go on to a championship club or back to Scotland for me. So tell us what you think. Do you think you should give him another try or just get rid? Now, on to the defenders. For me, I hate to say this, Richie. I think he's gone. Honestly, I think he's finished in the Premier League now. I mean, listen, the guy's 32 and he plays a left wing back and he gets turned and he gets done for every single time. He's got a passion. I love his passion. I love his heart and the drive, but he's done now and I'm sorry, but it's time for him to move on. Maybe back to Bournemouth, maybe. So, yeah, I would get rid of him in the summer. I wouldn't get rid of him in January, but get rid of him summer. So, give him on a free transfer, something like that. So, that's Richie. Now, on to Emil Kraft. On the Swedish Cafu, I heard people crying when he first come in, they think he's going to be a wonderful player because he's a Swedish Cafu, yeah? I know him from Bologna. He was absolutely poor. So, I'd get rid of him straight away or send him back to Sweden or something like that in the summer sort of thing. So, yeah, I wouldn't have him in Newcastle. He would be my first choice. Not good enough. And yes, he's done okay, but again, we need someone better than Emil Kraft. So on to our captain, Jamal Lascelles. On the Rafa, he's decent. On the boost, he's gone backwards for me. On the new manager, I just do not think he'll cut it at this level anymore. I really don't. And we need new defenders. We haven't signed a defender for the last 3 seasons, and he's outstayed his time, unfortunately. But listen, he's been a great servant, but it's time for him to move on. So I get rid of Lascelles. And his partner, Kieran Clark, he was finished a couple of years ago, let's be real. I mean, he could still do a good job in the Championship. I think he's decent in that level. At that level, I meant to say. But in the Premier League, I think he is completely done. I hate to say it, but we got new owners. We are the richest club in the world, and we need to upgrade our defence. Our defence backline's a bit stale. I'm not going to lie. So, Kieran Clark, he's definitely got to be moved on for me. On to the midfield. On to the midfield. I have to say the Longstaffs. I'm sorry, but listen, they've both been got a passion and drive. For me, Sean has gone backwards for me. Passing the ball sideways and backwards, giving the ball away. You cannot be doing that at this level, and that's why we're in trouble. So for me, I think Sean needs to be moved on. And not only that, we could have sold him to Man U for £35-40 million, but Rafa didn't want to sell him. Fair enough. And then Matty, listen, I just cannot see him break into the Newcastle team anymore. Unfortunately, we're going to get better players, upgrade players with the rich money that is coming in, a bit of wealth, and it needs to be improved. So, as much as I love Matty's heart and passion and drive, I think he needs to be moved on. Should have gone Udinese, by the way, but he chose Santia contract. I bet he wish he'd gone Udinese. And we're going to go on to Isaac Hayden. Listen, I love his drive, I love his passion. Yeah, he's a decent guy, no doubt about it. If I met him, I'd take him out for a drink, no problems at all, have a good chat. But listen, at the end of the day, we need better players than Isaac Hayden. We need a destroyer in the midfield. And someone's going to break up to play effectively. I'm not sure if his heart's there anymore. I think he'll go down south. This is a good opportunity to sell him on. We'll see what happens in the summer, perhaps. Then I'm going to go on to Dwight Gail. Listen, he's on a 3-year contract so we can get some money, but he hardly play. And listen, I think he's done in the Premier League as well. And listen, he's still one of the best finishers, but in the Championship, yeah? He's a likeable lad. and he's like about the football club. But for me, I just don't think he's going to have this level anymore. And he hardly played, like I said. Even Joe Linton's in front of him, which I'll come on to in a minute. But listen, I hate to say this, but he needs to be moved on to the Championship. And he'd be fantastic for a club in the Championship that's going to battle for promotion. Yeah, Bournemouth would be a perfect club for him. Maybe West Brom again, could be Fulham. Those two clubs was after him before. Maybe he's been selling for about probably 2 million, maybe. That represents a good deal. Now, on to, we're going to go next now. I'm going to go with Joe Shelby. Listen, for me, he's the biggest waste of space at the football club. He is a liability. He spent 20 minutes on the pitch against Spurs and gets sent off. Yeah? Too bookable. Yeah? He is yesterday's man. I have to agree with John Gibson, by the way. Listen, he's yesterday's man, he's a liability, and he's a lazy player. And he's a luxury player, which you don't really need at a club. And on his day, he's decent, but now he just hasn't got it anymore. Joe's 30, coming on 31, and I think I'll move back down south. It's just for the best of both parties, if I've been brutally honest with you. So West Ham might want him again, maybe a London club. So I think he knows his time is up in Newcastle when summer comes by. Yeah, and that is the players I get rid of. Oh, and one more, Joe Linton. The biggest waste of space I have seen at the moment. £40 million. Something like 6 scores in 78 matches since he's been at the club. That isn't good enough for Newcastle United. That ain't good enough for the guy as well. He's absolutely hopeless. He is the worst centre-forward I've ever seen in my era. Honestly, do you know what I mean? And I've seen worse, but he is the worst. So let's have it. Let's have it here. He ain't good enough. Whatever we can take for him or get for him, get rid. Because at this moment in time, Joe Linton is not good enough whatsoever. And as soon as we get rid of him in January, the better. So those are the players I get rid of. Tell me who else you get rid of, by the way, of the ones I haven't mentioned. And if you agree with what I've said, if you agree with my predictions and my decisions, then leave a comment in the sections down there down below. And also do subscribe, smash the like button, and do subscribe, like I said, and leave comments down there. Tell me who you get rid of, and then I'll reply back to you. So until then, guys, have a fantastic evening with the lads. Ta-ta.